Okay, so now I've got all the strings attached to the pegs here. You can see again that you always take the end of it where it comes out of the end and you make sure that's on top of the string when you're winding it. So like this is the end piece here, if you can see this. The end piece is always going to be on top of where the string winds. That keeps it closer to the body and gives it better sound. So, okay, now that we've got all this strung up, we're going to cut all these things so that no one gets poked in the eye with them. Okay, so we take out our wire snips here. Cut everyone carefully. Make sure you don't hit any of the active strings. The string part that if you cut, it would ruin your whole string. So just be careful what you cut here. Get them all off. Snip, snip. And the last one here. Okay, so that's nice and clean now. Alright, so now we want to make sure at our bridge on a hollow body or a Bigsby, just want to make sure that all the strings are lined up on the bottom here. Sometimes they get all bent and stuff, so you have to straighten them out. Make sure they all run parallel, and make sure everyone is sitting on the bridge here. Make sure that they're all sitting in the saddles properly. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Now the strings are just all loose. What we're going to do is going to get out our tuner and just tune it up to pitch. So it just has to be approximate, just get it up to approximately the right pitch. Again, for beginners, that's just going to be E, A, D for the 3 bass strings, and then G, B, E. And it doesn't matter what order you do them in at this point, we're just trying to get the tension normal in the guitar. Be careful when you're doing this too, because if you're not paying attention to your tuner, or if you haven't done this many times, it's easy to over tighten the strings and just snap them. So make sure you have an idea of the pitch you're going for and watch your tuner. Okay. Okay, so now I've got my strings. Everything is all roughly up to pitch. It's not really tuned properly. It sounds terrible still, even if I play a chord. But yeah, at least the tension is somewhat normal. Okay, so now that we've done that, I want to get out some paper towels and give the strings a good rub. So what you want to do is just grab the string with the paper towel and just hold it underneath and just slide it up and down the neck. I usually do it about 5 times. People argue and say the optimum time to do it is 15, but I find if you do it too much, it takes the life out of your strings too quickly. So you just give the strings a good wipe. It gets a lot of the oil that's on the strings for packaging. I don't like it on the strings, so I like to wipe it off. Plus, when you're doing this, you're stretching out the strings so that you can actually tune it normally. You gotta make sure you keep your strings on the bridge when you're doing this, because you're gonna be loosening them quite a bit. Okay, so I just gave them a good rub down there. Now I'm just going to give it another tune. At this point, you should be able to tune your guitar up properly and start playing it. You're going to find that your strings are going to stretch and bend, and it's going to be going out of tune a lot in the first the first few hours you play it. So usually what I'll do is I'll take it, I'll tune it up to pitch, and then play it really hard, like really slam on the strings, and really bend the strings too. Just give them all a good bend, just so it makes them go out of tune now as opposed to later. So yeah, you just stretch the strings out and then just keep tuning it, and it should be ready to go in no time. So that's just about it. Again, just make sure everything on your bridge, if you have a Bigsby, make sure everything's lined up properly. Nothing's sitting funny or in a place where it's going to get bent or even broken. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.